1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 1 through 16 is where Paul provides us information about hair. It's more than a fashion statement, and it's more than just something that he's writing to the church at Corinth about. At the end of this discourse, verse 16, he says, "But if any man seemeth to be contentious among you, we have no other such custom, neither the churches of God." In other words, this is how the church rolls. This is how the church does it. And chapter 1 of 1 Corinthians, verse 2, says that he's writing to those in every place who call on the Lord Jesus. And so I call on the Lord Jesus. This is written to me. It's written to you. Furthermore, he says that the head of the woman is the man, and that means the authority. It's using the word head symbolically, metaphorically. The head of the man is Christ, and the head of Christ is God. And so he's using that metaphorically then. But then as we get into the book, into the chapter a little more, it says, "Every man praying or prophesying having his head, his skull, covered, dishonoreth his head," or his authority. Paul playing on words there. But then he says, "But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head." If her skull is uncovered, it's dishonoring not just her skull, but her head. And ultimately that dishonor goes up to God. And so we were wanting to give God honor with our fashion choices, with our hair. And so he said, "But if it's a shame for a woman to be shorn," which that word can mean sheared like a sheep, according to Thayer. And then he said, "Let her be shorn. Let her be shaven. If it's a shame to be shorn or shaven, then let her be covered." And the covering is not a veil, not a hat, but it's her hair, her long hair. And so in verse 10, he says, "For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels." And so to me, this is saying that when a woman is in submission to the authorities of her life, that protects her, and she has power because the angels are ministering spirits to minister to the heirs of salvation. And so I believe that that is what it's saying. It's a demonstration immediately to the angels that she is seeking to be in subjection to the authorities in her life and to give honor to those authorities. And so our hair, it's more than a fashion statement. It's about honoring God with our life and the choices that we make. God bless you.